Professor Williams used to tell us, it doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're going, you need to get your foot in the door. And that foot in the door means you go to get your first job, whatever the job is, you go there and you learn and you do as much as you possibly can, and that's going to open up all the other opportunities for you. That first foot in the door matters. And so my first foot in the door was, well, I did spend the summer working with Professor Diston in the lab, but in industry was at the Ivaco Rolling Mills. The Ivaco Rolling Mills is a very large company. They make steel, but they have different divisions. And that led to my next summer job, which was, an obscure company called Galvano, which happened to be a division of the Ivaco company, the Ivaco family of companies. And the only reason I got that job was because I had that first job at the Ivaco Rolling Mills. The plant manager at the time came in here and told Professor Williams, I need a student for the summer, can you help me? Professor Williams called me at home, no cell phones in those days, and said, can you get here in half an hour? And I said, yes. I got there, I got an interview, and Mr. Bahadrian ended up hiring me, and that was another summer job. And that summer job led to him offering me a permanent position after I graduated. So one step leads to the next, leads to the next. What does that mean? I remember having one of my early conversations with him, with Mr. Bahadrian, who's now a friend and was a mentor throughout my career. I've been working for over 30 years now. He told me, I said, because it's interesting because I'm saying this because the number 30 matters. People say, oh, I've worked 30 years and then they retire after 30 years and they're working for large companies. I said, I don't want to, work at one company for 30 years and end up after 30 years getting some sort of a watch. Today you won't even get that. Get a watch for my, for all my efforts and say thank you very much and that's it. And he looked at me and said, so if that's not satisfactory to you, whose fault would that be? Whose fault would that be?
Your fault.
Yeah. If you're not happy with what you're doing, and you're just sort of biding your time just to reach the end of the 30-year clock so that you can retire with a pension, and if that's not what you want, that's not satisfactory to you, then that's your fault, right? So the other message here is, once the door opens and you start on your career path, where you get to, because you're not really learning much here. You're learning some fundamental stuff, but you're not really learning much that's going to be useful to your first job wherever you go to. You're just learning how to learn. You're learning how to think. You're learning how to solve problems. You're learning how to put blocks together and work together in teams and find solutions. But you're not learning anything specific that's going to be helpful to your first job for your career path. You're going to be learning those things as soon as you start on day one of your job. And so the more baggage you have, the more information you have, the more things you have to build on, the better it is. Wherever you end up, don't think, oh, this is what I'm doing now and I'm not interested and it's boring. Think about if you learn everything you need to learn in your immediate environment with that task that you're being given and you do it in your best capability and as best as you can, that's going to open up even more doors for you. And then you can choose how you follow your path, which path interests you more and which path interests you less, and then you'll make your way. You will make your way by those choices.